Hello. Welcome back to the Family Fortune. It's me, your girl Lashana, and
it's Malcolm. We back.
And I think we both have a confession to make.
Yes, goodness. I think this podcast is our accountability session.
Yes.
Because we both were talking about we've been bad since sabbatical. And especially, I can speak, I have somebody to blame for my bad behavior.
Yourself?
Mark Zuckerberg, because I get on Instagram or Facebook, I'm served ads, and then I'm like, oh, I need that.
And I know.
And this story in particular, when I realized that they got me hooked, I was on my couch, home, minding my business.
Minding your own business.
And then I see this reel of just somebody using this special vacuum cleaner.
A vacuum cleaner?
I wanted the vacuum cleaner. I got up.
What did it do?
It vacuumed.
Okay.
I went to Target. I bought the vacuum cleaner. Mind you, I already have a vacuum cleaner. I have 3 other vacuum cleaners before I bought this one. I like to clean. That's my therapy session or whatever.
Come to my house, okay?
I went and bought the vacuum cleaner, and I'm in love with it. I don't regret it, but I'm like, dang, it got me.
It happens.
Yes, it does.
I have too many stories to recount where I'm just like, ooh, bright, shiny objects. So I call myself a crafter. I have no crafting skills whatsoever.
Okay,
but I'm gonna call myself a crafter because I hang around crafters.
You inspired to be one.
Yes, but I can't even draw a straight line. But anywho, I digress. So I stay on the crafting sites, Hobby Lobby, other sites, and I'm like, ooh.
I need this sewing machine.
Oh, I already saying no to the sewing machine. But it's stuff like all this. Oh, I need this pack of paper, scrapbook paper. Oh, I need those stickers. I need this. I need that. And as my friends will attest, for all the stuff that I have gifted them, because I get it and it sits in a drawer for months on end. And I'm like, why have I done this? We have become victims of our own selves. And we have become victims of this advance in advertising and consumerism. And it's worse now than when we were younger. Because I was actually watching a video that someone made, or they do stuff of back in the day type stuff. And so they did a video of as seen on TV products. Remember when all the only time you really saw stuff was when you would sit up late at night and watch the infomercials.
Yep.
And so it was based upon that. And I was like, we need to go back to that, because right now everything is
just
right there, boom,
available.
boom,
Everything's
boom,
available
in your face. And now I'm not on TikTok, but I hear now they have TikTok shop.
Yeah, so you can buy directly from whoever is the person, the influencer. If they're advertising something, they will have like a link will pop up directly. You can buy it directly from the video.
And I also heard that they have the buy now, pay later buttons, which a lot of people are taking advantage of. But we're going to table that discussion for another podcast, because we want to talk about this need that we as human beings, because all humans do it, I don't care what you say, to impulse buy. It starts at the cash register, when you have those lines and baskets sitting right beside you.
Yep.
The Funyuns and the M&Ms.
Candy.
And at the bottom, they have the little games for kids and
those
pens,
magazines that you ain't
all
gonna
that
read.
stuff. So it starts there, and you almost have to have tunnel vision. Like, I don't see it. But the longer the line is, the more you turn and be like, I'm thirsty. And now I'm hungry. Ooh, is that what?
Yep.
And we're suckered in. So we must have to condition ourselves to be able to say no.
That's hard.
It's very hard. It's easier said than done. It is easier said than done. And I have every time I'm on a site, I literally have to force myself to. I'll put it in the basket, but then I have to force myself to walk away
Yeah.
and let it sit there
Do you really need this?
and come back later. First, I'll take 5 minutes. It's a workup process. I'll come back 5 minutes later.
Mm-hmm.
Do I still need it? Maybe. Maybe then I'll walk away again. I'm building up to letting it sit in my basket for at least 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And then come back. And then one I've noticed is it's not on sale anymore or the price has increased. Now, if the price is decreased, then it's a different story. So a lot of times the prices change because it's not the same as it was 24 hours later. Sometimes it's not even the same as it was 5 minutes later. They'll be like, you only have 5 minutes to respond.
Right.
And that's how they try to get you. But then,
Bullies.
do you even really need it?
I would say no. I would say in most cases no, because if it's like something that's readily available, like yes, 2 days ago I had to buy something because something broke. It was for my business, and so I had to buy it. I bought it on Amazon. Now, mind you, I've noticed something about Amazon carts lately.
Mm-hmm.
You can fill up the cart, but you can check off what you're buying in that moment. So Amazon has realized people save stuff in their cart, but they're not buying everything at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And so I bought the specific thing that I needed, which was just $6. It was just a cable. But then after I purchased it, I saw that there was other items in my cart. And I went into it, and I'm like, why did I need this?
Mm-hmm.
I don't even remember why I put it there.
Mm-hmm.
And for whatever reason, it's still there taunting me. It's telling me, like you was talking about, the price didn't change or something like that. Or, you have to really think about it. And I don't know, I guess you could do like the advice to the viewers, let it sit wherever it is.
Let it sit.
And see
Start
if you really need it.
small. Start, with a minimum amount of time. 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Start like that.
Mm-hmm.
Walk away, go do something else, get your mind off of whatever it is that drew you to that, and then come back and then really ask yourself, I'm buying this because I want to fit in, be like everybody else, because Joe Blow or Jane Blow said, ooh, get this, or I'm on someone's page or TikTok account or whatever it is, and they're promoting XYZ. So I'll be cool if I get whatever it is they're promoting. You have to kind of walk away and think about, what are my motivations? Because right now, with all the in-your-face advertising and the need for, buy now, buy now, buy now, be this person, be the it girl, be that girl. That's another podcast coming up where we're going to talk about how to get you. But you have to work on your mindset. I've gotten into the habit of, when I put stuff in the cart, I go sit on my porch for a while. Sit and walk, read a couple chapters of a book, then I come back. Half the time I forget I have stuff in the cart. And by then I've forgotten. Because if you have an account, you can close it out and it'll still be there. But if you come back and the tab's open, it may just be back in your face. So if you have an Amazon account, put it in your cart, close the Amazon page, like totally close it. Don't minimize it, close it, go do something else, and then see if you remember about it 10 minutes later.
I told my wife, she lives on TikTok, and so she often buys stuff off of TikTok. And I remember asking her one time, I said, before you even saw this product, was your life fine without it?
That's good.
Because sometimes the influencers, they'll create a problem that you may not even really have.
Realize you need, there's a snack tray, I think it's called, for the Stanley Cup. And there's things you can add to the Stanley Cup, like hooks where you can put your this and put your
Oh
that.
my gosh.
And I was like, oh, why? But so some things that don't make sense to us may make sense to someone else. So, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but the question goes back to, that was a good question. Is it going to make any big impact or improvement? Is it a true need or is it a want? Because now the advertisers have pushed it and switched things around, that what used to become a want now seems like a need. Or I need this makeup organizer. I need this Stanley Cup snack tray. But why do you need it?
Where were your snacks before you
I
bought
have so much. I have inundated my mind. I'm telling you, I've almost become obsessed now watching these videos. Watching all these videos of people who overconsumption. And they have, I call it hoarding. Other people may call it hoarding. I'm not sure, but they have like racks of stuff. And it's the same thing, but it may be in different colors. Like somebody is obsessed with Stanley Cups and they got them in every color of the rainbow.
Oh, you mean like, I'm thinking of like extreme couponers. I've seen them like stack up stuff. Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's not.
It's not coupon. They spending their
actual money, but it's the same thing. They think they're saving money. They think they're saving, but they're actually buying more and more and more of the same stuff. So the couponers will have like 10 bottles of Tide. For others, it may be 10 bottles of perfume or 10 pairs of shoes. So it's the same concept where you're the need to have more. Always the need to have more. And then you have to ask yourself, why do I have this need to have more? What are the motivations for me to have more? Do I do it because I may need to actually speak to a professional, like obsessive compulsive disorder? Or is it because I want to feel like I'm fitting in with some perceived crowd or belong to some perceived group of people who have never heard of you before?
That's what the influencer do. That's what they're designed to do.
You have to start thinking about these things. I'm in the process right now. Hopefully it'll be up by the time we be finished by the time we tape the next episode of putting together a list of resources, books, videos of different of people talking about different things that should help you, especially with your mindset when it comes to spending. Like maybe there's, like this article I printed out here on overconsumptions. I would provide that information there. So the key thing though is educate yourself, because just like I sit there and watch other people's videos, other people are watching us, but that doesn't mean you're necessarily going to follow what we have to say. Do your own homework.
Yeah, just to go back, I guess one thing that can help with overconsumption is being like disciplined enough to stay to your budget. The other day I was watching a video of this lady. She was breaking down this family's finances, and the guy made like $1.1 million a year or something like that, right?
I wish.
And
Dreams.
and the wife was a stay-at-home mom, and so she was breaking down their finances because she was like their financial consultant or something like that. And they had everything listed, allotted on how much they was going to spend per month, right? The thing that bothered me was that they only had $270 a month left over to do whatever they want with. But here's the thing, though. They listed out, they was very detailed about what they were going to do. So they had an account, I ain't gonna call it an account, but they had budget allotted to having fun. A budget for shopping. They had like $2,000 for shopping or whatever. And they had all this other stuff listed. And that $270, she presented that first. And I was like, why y'all only got $270 left making all that money? And then I looked at the actual budget. I'm like, okay, that makes sense. That means they're sticking to their budget. They're not spending no more than what they need to or whatever. So it's going back to the mindset, the very first episode that we ever did with Claudette. We wish you'd come back, Claudette. We ain't seen you in months. But we was talking about, getting our mindset around of taking care of our finances. Because, it will get away from it. It's almost like
Definitely.
I'm not going to say, I'm going to call our finances like a child, but we have to take care of it and watch over
Nurture
it. Nurture
it, watch it grow, I understand what you're saying. In fact, my budget's like that. I try to assign a role for every dollar.
Yeah.
Which means this, just like how they have broken down fun. I even have a column that says miscellaneous, because I'm like, I don't know what may happen.
Yeah, exactly.
I may get distracted by the candy bar at the aisle, so that comes from that. And I try not to go beyond that. But life happens.
Yes, it
And
does.
so when life happens, you have to also think about, am I going to be prepared to handle life that happens? You don't know. So over consumerism has become a trend, and we're going to talk about that in different podcasts and different episodes about how they get you. And now they have this thing called underconsumption.
That sounds like fake news. What is this?
It's just another word for the same thing that's been just like
Minimalist.
Minimalist was another buzzword that came out. It's just using what you have, making do with what you have.
Yeah.
Instead of going out and buying more,
Mm-hmm.
use it until it's done. You know how we used to, like with the chapstick and when it don't roll up no more, you get the little toothpick or whatever. Or was that just me?
Shoot. I didn't do that. I'm not one of those people that will stress out a bottle of toothpaste just to get that last little bit out.
I squeeze until I can't squeeze anymore. But that's basically what underconsumption is, because they felt like overconsumption was going off the rails because people were just buying this, going and spending money that they don't have to have what everyone else has. But I bet you they couldn't even say they were happy. So underconsumption is now where you just make do with what you have and only replace when it's time to replace, not because someone is telling you to replace it. Like, yeah, use the last little squeeze the toothpaste. And
Here's a call to action to anybody listening. Whatever's in your Amazon cart, delete it. Take it all out.
delete Amazon.
No, don't delete Amazon. Let's not go too crazy now. Delete everything in your Amazon cart.
Or any cart that you have. Something in.
Temu, all those other shopping.
Shein, all them.
Get rid of it because more than likely you probably don't need it.
Don't need it.
And then get your budget together and create an account. Well, create a what's the line called?
Line item, budget line item.
Create a line item for shopping, and ask yourself, if you decide to buy something, do I need this TV, for example? Put it in the cart
Right now.
right now. Put it in the cart and walk away for a certain amount of time so you can sober your mind and then revisit the conversation. Phones off, please.
I was reading a article. People know not to call me. I ain't gonna answer. Sorry.
Anyway, that's your call to action. Think about what you're buying. Do you need it?
Educate yourself.
And educate yourself.
Now go out, have a moment,
Have a moment.
and then put your blinders on. Would you really? And I'm saying physically put your blinders on, but put your blinders on so you're not distracted by those bright shiny objects or what the next person is having.
Because they're trying to get you. They want your money. The old consumerism.
I'm very excited about this upcoming season. There's so many topics we
It's
can
going
talk
to be
about.
a long
It's
season.
going to be we're
Good
hitting on
season.
all the good topics. All the
Yes.
good topics. So make sure you tune in.
Subscribe.
Hit that like button.
Hit that like button.
I always wanted to say that. Hit the like button and subscribe. Share it with the people. Share it with your friends. And until the next time we meet, it's me, Lashana,
And Malcolm.
and this is the Family Fortune. Bye.
Your phone's still going off.
As supposed to be.